Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bad Big Games. I'm your host, Joseph. Today, we're going to be celebrating the Nintendo Switch's 1 year anniversary and what makes the console so special. So, with all that said, and with all that out of the way, Future Joe, roll the intro. It is so crazy to think about Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch already being 1 year old. It's so crazy to see and to think back about Nintendo the past year with 2017, going into 2018, the journey that Nintendo has taken. Because to me, I say this a lot, but I'll say it again because it needs to be said. If I went back in time a year and a half ago and said that I would be playing the Nintendo Switch, so the Nintendo Switch, I would have played more than my PlayStation 4, my Xbox One, my PC combined. I'd tell you you're out of your mind. There's no way that Joseph is addicted to a Nintendo console like it's the N64. And to think back and seeing the first NX commercial, right, when it was officially the Switch, I was so cautiously optimistic about the console, right? Because we've been burned before. I've been very much burned before with the Wii U. I've been burned by the Wii. I just thought that Nintendo moved past me. And seeing the NX, I was cautiously optimistic. Seeing their presentation for the Switch, I wasn't impressed. I didn't like it. I know that conference was really, really mixed. But walking into the Switch, I was lukewarm. And I am so happy I was proven wrong. I'm so happy that this console turned out to be as good as I hoped it to be. There's something about the Switch. I remember when it was coming out, people were like, there were no games for it. And then we played Breath of the Wild. And that's what everybody was talking about for over a month and a half. It was just how good this game is. Seeing Nintendo fulfill every promise that year. They gave you a Legend of Zelda game. They gave you a Mario Kart game. They gave you ARMS. They gave you Splatoon. They gave you Mario plus Rabbids. They gave you Pokken. They gave you Xenoblade. They gave you Fire Emblem Warriors. They gave you a Mario game. It seemed like almost every other month or every month there was something to be excited for the Switch. There was another game that was coming out that got you excited for Nintendo. It was just such a perfect year for Nintendo in terms of games that made it feel like these weren't just games, they were events. You know, there were people who fell back in love with Nintendo that haven't played a Nintendo console for, when it comes to me, I haven't played a Nintendo console very seriously since the N64. Seeing gamers who are older than me re-fall in love with Nintendo, you know, coming from the systems like the SNES and NES. Seeing younger generations who fell in love with Nintendo with the Wii and even Wii U. It's so amazing to see all these people who love Nintendo and one unified device to kind of connect everybody together, one console to rule them all. It was such an amazing year for Nintendo, and it's so great that I was proven wrong. The one thing that's so special about the Nintendo Switch is not the fact that it's mobile, right? To me, that's just such a small thing of what is overall what makes this console great is the games, right? When I take a look at this console, we throw around the word innovation like it's going out of style. This console is not innovative. There is nothing innovation, about this console. It's been done before. We've seen it with things like the PlayStation Vita, the WikiPad. We've seen it with the Razer tablet. We've seen even with the NVIDIA Shield being able to take those console experiences on the go. This infrastructure to this device is a NVIDIA Shield infrastructure, so architecture. So with that said, we've seen this before. So what truly makes the Switch special isn't the fact that we could take it everywhere. Again, that's one aspect, but really it's the games. It is Breath of the Wild, it is Splatoon, it is Mario Odyssey, it is Mario plus Rabbids. A game that you saw the creative director get so emotional because he saw his hero in front of him praise the work of a creation that he got into gaming for, right? It's like Walt Disney walking up to you going, "Hey, I trust you with Mickey Mouse." That's nuts. That's crazy. And to see that, to me, Mario plus Rabbids was my favorite Mario game that year. To me, I liked it more than Odyssey because I'm a strategy like guy, right? I love games like XCOM. So seeing that in the Mario universe, man, it just made me happy. Nintendo being able to not just make great games, but make great deals for games speaks volumes as well. Seeing them go to Ubisoft going, here's our most prized IP, do something with it. What? Right? Seeing them go to Bethesda and say, hey, we want Skyrim. Hey, we want Doom. Hey, we want Wolfenstein 2. That's crazy. And that's what makes me so happy about this Switch is it's kind of like they're listening a little bit. And yeah, sure. Listen, there are a lot of ports to the Switch. And that's what makes it so special because to me, I see these ports and I look back at the Wii U. I see these games have a second life to them now. The Wii U, these games were stranded, and seeing these really great games on this console, though it didn't have many, but what they had was great. Seeing games like Splatoon, Mario Kart back on a console that has a thriving and excited community gets me really excited. Seeing games like Donkey Kong Country Freeze, holy crap, gets me really excited. Guys, real talk. That's going to be my first Donkey Kong game. I've never played Donkey Kong almost ever. And so with that, I have to say, like, the Nintendo Switch has gotten me excited about Nintendo again. It's gotten a lot of people excited about Nintendo again. And to think about that, if we were looking back more than a year or two ago, we were already, putting the death nails in Nintendo's coffin, right? We were already spelling out doom for Nintendo because there's no way that they could come back from the hole that they dug themselves into, it seems. And for them to do as great as they did, for them to come back as hard as they did and has as great as they did, speaks volumes to what Nintendo is. They are a special company that no longer am I going to try to be a clairvoyant in predicting what their next move is because I don't think you really can when it comes to Nintendo. It's they just do things differently. And so when I look back at Nintendo in the year that was Nintendo, I can't help but look back fondly. I can't help but still feel like the honeymoon era never ended, right? That I'm still looking at it with rose petal glasses because it was just such a great year for Nintendo. It was such a great year for gamers. And so going forward, understanding that there's no way year two can top year one, I'm excited and optimistic to see what surprises Nintendo has in store because I can't guess what's in store for us. But what I am is optimistic. I can't again guess what Nintendo has up their sleeve, but I'm not going to worry because I trust Nintendo again. I trust them to do the right thing going forward. I'm not excited for Labo, and you guys know my thoughts on it. I'm not excited for Yoshi. I'm not going to buy either of those two. I'm not even that excited for Kirby, but I do want to try it out. But what I am excited to see is those little surprises that I know are up the sleeve of Nintendo. What the second half of this year has to hold for gamers of all types, in all sizes, in all ages. You know, I'll end on this one note, and I say it a lot when I talk about Nintendo because fanboys love to yell at each other in comment sections that Nintendo's important to the gaming community and the gaming culture at large. They breed gamers. And, when we take a look at Sony, we take a look at Microsoft, these two competitors for Nintendo, they talk about Nintendo rather fondly. They talk about the necessity of Nintendo. They talk about how Nintendo breeds gamers. Shuhei Yoshida is very, very much an optimist when it comes to Nintendo. When we hear Phil Spencer was on the Unlock podcast almost a year ago, talking about the Nintendo Switch and praising it as an amazing console. We're seeing their competitors even take a step back and go, you know what? You have something special. We're not going to do that dance with you. Good luck to you. And I think that's what we should do, and not just the Nintendo Switch, but all consoles, is wish everybody luck. That, yeah, you might not be a fan of Nintendo Switch or PS4 or Xbox One, but you can at least hope that they do well by the people that are excited. And so with that said, guys, gang, I want to know what your thoughts are on the Nintendo Switch. If you own one, if you don't, are you optimistic? Are you pessimistic? How would you rate the year that was the Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comment section down below. There is no wrong answers here. It's all about the conversation. Again, I am so happy that Nintendo proved me wrong in 2017, and they continue to prove me wrong in 2018. With that said, guys, gang, if you liked what you heard, please hit like, share, subscribe. It helps me out so much. We're about to wrap up our Celeste giveaway, so this is the last chance. If you want a chance at winning a copy of Celeste or Faye, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Most of all, put a comment down below. And guys and gals, I want to thank the guys and gals over at patreon.com/make us better for making us better day in, day out. Because of you guys, we just ordered a new pair of lights, and I have another announcement, a very special announcement next week about the future of some of our podcasts because of Patreon. So thank you guys so much for supporting us there. $1 a day keeps the debtors at bay. And with all that said, and with all that out of the way, holy shit, did all of that just rhyme? Keep your wits about you and have a nice one.